Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to connect in with me and Kimberly for our show today. And we are going to be talking about how to move forward in your life. And I know a lot of us out there are struggling. Maybe this weather is getting to you. Maybe the election's getting to you. Whatever you got going on, just take a couple minutes to just tune in with us. And we have so many things to share with you guys just to help motivate you to keep going and to get back on that horse to keep moving forward in your life. So thank you, Kimberly, for getting on here with me. And Kimberly, do you want to go ahead and start us off with just what we can do to pivot to move forward with whatever we're going through in our lives today?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me. You forgot to mention Mercury in retro. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if a lot of people know about that. I didn't know about that, but that kind of really is a real thing. So yeah, some of the things that what I like to when I feel stuck and identify being stuck, I really want to be mindful of that. So instead of like staying stuck all day, I really take the time to resonate with I'm being stuck. Why am I being stuck? And so then I start, thinking about, meditating and, going outside. And I just don't want to be like stuck in that moment. So a lot of people, I speak to people all day about being stuck. And so I just really want to just, share with our audience, just different things that you could do not to be stuck. So I do know that you are an amazing emotion code and body code practitioner. And so if you could just explain a little bit about that, how there's just certain modalities that you could do that just quickly releases that being stuck.
Yeah. So in the emotion code, and if you don't know and about the emotion code, let me tell you a little bit more about it. So the emotion code focuses on releasing trapped emotions and trapped energies in the body that have been suppressed during a traumatic or stressful event. So what point in your life did you say, I can't handle this situation right now, I'll deal with it later? But then oftentimes we forget to go back, and we made the subconscious commitment to go back to heal that area or to let that anger or anxiety go. But it ends up being stored in our bodies. And oftentimes that is what's blocking us from taking action in our lives or moving forward. So through the emotion code, and this is what I found on my personal healing journey, is when we release those emotions, when we release those trapped energies in our bodies, whatever our future goal was, or whatever's blocking us to even reach our full potential, when we release those emotions, we can actually unlock that full potential within ourselves because we're clearing out the negative things, and then we're clearing out those belief systems that are preventing us from showing up in the first place. So there's things that you can do yourself on just more of the energy side. One, raise your vibration, especially now things are chaotic in the world still. Probably it's not going to get better, to be honest, but that's okay. We can help ourselves stay leveled and grounded. So one is looking into sound bowl meditation, doing grounding techniques, doing the emotion code. And again, I'm a practitioner. Kimberly is a practitioner as well. So if you reach out to both of us, we can help you. As well as looking into the Inside Out Institute, where we have practitioners and coaches who are ready to help you. But look into these different modalities that I've mentioned, because as you go through it and you connect to these things, it's really going to help unlock you and make you feel like you have the energy to keep moving forward. So, Kimberly, what is something on the conscious side that people can do to move forward in their lives today?
Yes. So if you don't work on the conscious and the subconscious side, sometimes you miss out on that conscious work because you have all the leadership poured into you, but the blockages and what it feels like is an invisible rope just holding you back. And that's the best way that it described to describe how I felt. I felt like I had greatness in me. I'm very driven. I'm very motivated, but I just had like something just holding me back. And when I started researching about the energetic like hold that the trapped emotion has on you, it literally, I just felt like I was walking in jello. And as you just have those traumas released, it allows you to have the conscious work. Because the best way I describe it, it's like I was riding a bike with one wheel. I was just riding till my wheels or my legs were about ready to fall off. And I really
Yeah.
wasn't going anywhere, but I was really working hard. I mean, I was just really pedaling the fastest that I could go, but I wasn't going anywhere. And so when you add either the conscious or the subconscious side to that bike, it almost like it'll just get you down the road. So I really recommend, working on the conscious and the subconscious side. So with being a transformational leadership coach, I do focus on the conscious side. So it's just I push people to find out what their goals are, what their passions are. I help them dream big. I help them with their 5-year vision. I help them with their current reality. I help them just start setting themselves up for success. So that's what I do on the conscious side. But to be really honest with you, as you know, if you don't clear out that head trash, and I like to say, own your own bullshit, you're in this hamster wheel. And actually, I found this the other day, this little hamster wheel. You're just constantly on the hamster wheel. So you got to stop. You got to get off the hamster wheel, and you really got to work on the conscious and the subconscious side for sure.
Yeah. And even in my own personal experience with this, because I've been a practitioner for about 5 years and I've done my healing work, but then I forgot, wait, I still have old patterns from my past. I thought I worked through this on the emotional side and everything, but really it's if you don't do them together, especially when you're trying to move forward, you're not going to make it that far. Because if you didn't reprogram, if you didn't set yourself up for success and you didn't take the new action steps to move forward, then by releasing that negative emotions, those belief systems that you probably released with a practitioner or on your own journey, well, you're recreating it. So then how do you move forward if you keep recreating it and you don't take the action? And so something that I think is important when you're trying to move forward is, one, connect back in with yourself. Ask yourself, what is the reason why I'm here? What's my why? What's the thing that's going to get you out of bed tomorrow? And I'm not saying it's my family, it's money, it's all these things. No, really, what is your why to do that in the first place? So you can attract it, of course, but find your why and then go in to your emotions and ask yourself, okay, what emotions are blocking me from having this why? What memory did I have? Maybe when you were 4 years old, your mom said you can't do something, or your dad said, nope, you can't do that. Or something happened. But then how long have you been carrying that with you? How often has that thought or memory blocked you from actually saying, you know what, I can do this? So for me, on my side is I'm writing a book. It comes out in December. And what I found was I had a lot of blocks to even own my own voice, to even do videos like this, to be a little more vulnerable with people. And I realized that's because I had blocks in my culture. So I'm Native American. I'm from the Northwestern Brandon-Shoshone Nation. And in my culture, you don't speak up until you're an elder, which means you're in your 60s or 70s or 80s or hundreds until you could speak. And so for me, I had to work on that emotional side and release those blocks. Then on the more conscious side, I went to go find someone to give me permission, of course. And then I had to take action. And so for you, Kimberly, what is something that you had to go through so you can move forward in your life?
So I wanted to add to what you're saying. I would add that you would have to unlearn a lot of stuff too. There's a lot of hardwiring that's kind of forced on you from your family and your parents and society. I grew up in the generation, the TV raised me, the Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family, that whole fairy tale ending stuff, so I really had to unlearn a lot of stuff. So a lot of things that were happening in my life was I just noticed the pattern of this constant Groundhog's Day with relationship. That was kind of the main focus, was just the same type of Groundhog's Day relationship. And so there's a difference of being tired, and then there's a difference of being done. And I just reached a point where I was just done. I was just done. I kept myself so incredibly busy that I didn't want to be in my head. I didn't want to be around myself. I literally was working 4 or 5 jobs. I was constantly on the go. I really had to slow down to speed up. I had to just
Mhm.
slow down. I had to really take a hard look at myself of what Kim really wants. I was always told, give to others, give to everybody but yourself. Pardon me, put yourself last on the list. So I really had to start betting on myself, start investing in myself, start unlearning that self-care is not selfish. And it just took a lot of tragedies in my life and realizing that no one's coming to save you. Prince
Mhm.
Charming isn't out there. You have to be your own biggest fan. You have to love yourself. So it was just a matter of just repeated traumas that just kind of refined me to, start me on this wellness journey that led me to the Inside Out Institute,
Mhm.
which led me to you and led me to this interview.
Yeah. And I think it's important. Like, we forget that even when we're going through trauma or chaos, we forget that we actually hold the keys to our happiness. I remember when I was going through my depression and PTSD, I was often searching for someone to provide that freedom to me. And I realized, oh my gosh, I had the keys in my hand this whole time. Like, it was this huge awakening for me. And I think oftentimes we're searching for outlets to provide us that freedom, or for someone to help us move forward in our lives, where how are you going to accept those people trying to help us until we actually give ourselves the freedom first so we can receive help? So I think that if you're watching and you're going through something and you're just trying to move forward, like, reach out to someone, but first give yourself permission to do the healing, to have the freedom. And if that means you need to get out a piece of paper and write down why I deserve freedom, then just do it, because that's something I had to do. Was, why do I deserve that? I don't deserve it. We have this negative self-talk that happens. And so write it down. Like, what are your reasons why you deserve to have freedom? And then rip that paper up, throw it away, burn it, and then allow yourself to start looking for the things that are going to provide you freedom. So if you're watching and you are just wanting to move forward with your life and you want happiness, clarity, want purpose, we are going to invite you guys to a free webinar tomorrow, and it is at 6 p.m. Central. And I put the link in the description above or below, wherever it is where you're seeing it, but somewhere, right? Join us on that call, because it's really going to pivot your life, and it's going to give you the answers that you need for you to really move forward in your life today. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and watch our videos. We'll be doing more every week. So make sure to comment below something you're doing in your life that you need help with, or what you learned from this video. We love to connect with you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks, you guys. Bye.